the wild winds call. Jasper's walking, taking pictures of it all. Boots on the ground, heart in the sky, following the blazes, just a rambling guy. Through the valleys, over the hills, chasing that freedom, feeling the thrill. With every sunrise, he's finding his way, living the dream, one step a day. Trail named Jasper, walking on through, Bruce trail bound with a camera view, hiking the ridges, chasing the light. Like and subscribe.
Okay, so bidding farewell to Kinlochleven and Blackwater Hostel. Heading out to greet the day. Rain, oh yeah. Yeah, we got rain. Hey, good morning. Jasper here. Thank you so very, very much for joining me today on day 6 and the final day of our West Highland Way through hike. 15.5 miles to Fort William, then another 2 or 3 miles to the camp, holiday camp. It's at the Glen Nevis holiday camp, where I was spending 2 nights in my tent. Tomorrow is a 0 day, so I'm spending tonight and tomorrow night. Tomorrow is a 0, and Thursday morning, today being Tuesday, Thursday morning, we'll be starting out on the Great Glen Way for our final through hike of this 3 through hike, trail through hikes. If that makes sense. That makes sense. I came to the UK to do 3 trails. On Thursday I'm starting the 3rd, the final trail. Also the shortest, around 80 miles, 5 days. Hey, so today's plan, try to stay as dry as I can, like any other damn day. But there's better days ahead. Today's Tuesday, and by Thursday, when we start the Great Glen Way, unless you know, God changes his mind, and of course he can do that, or whatever else he wants. But it's supposed to be sunny, it's supposed to be nice weather for several days. All things being well, we should be able to really enjoy the Great Glen Way, and that's again a trail I've never done before. Okay, we have a big climb coming up. We're going up there, if you can see anything up there, because it's all cloud, but we are going up there. It's a 1,200, I think 1,1300 foot elevation gain this morning, pretty much right out of the gate. Is the rapid river that creates so much electricity in this area. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, let's just get to hiking, shall we? As we leave town on the country B road, I guess, we are going to make a right turn and go into this forest. When we do that, that's where we'll start to climb. Steady rain falling. However, there's 2 sides to every coin, and there's no wind. There's no movement in the trees. not a breath, which is quite nice. And secondly, it's significantly milder this morning than it was. When we get on the single file trail, just to the right, some nice wild camping spots that I remember from last year. Oh, not last year, from 2023, the year before. So yeah, that's there. And definitely usable. That's what I do love about Scotland, is the fact that you can wild camp. It's quite legal, quite normal. There are lots of wild camping spots along the West Highland Way. Remembering back a few days ago, there's a couple of sections around Loch Lomond where it's a no camping zone. That's because you're into, I'm going to call it county or regional park land that, for whatever reason, usually for conservation purposes, there is no camping in that area, but they're not big areas. It's not a major problem. And some of those areas you can camp. You just need a permit, which of course you would pay for, and that probably contributes to the maintenance of the park and so on. So probably all those reasons why, you know, try to dodge the trees because they're just so water laden. But then again, so is the road. So is the road. So yeah, we're gonna make a right turn. Oh, I see the marker right across the street. There's the marker right there. It's muddy, wet. There's no chance of keeping feet dry. That's a fact. That's a fact. And as I say, this is referred to as the footpath from Kinlochleven to Fort William. Back in the day, that's exactly what this was. It was an over the mountain footpath. In fact, yeah, look, there's the sign. Public footpath to Fort William by the Larrig. Okay. Oh, we have a high fire risk. That's gotta be, whoever wrote that has got to write stories for comic books, because for every day I've been here in the UK, I don't know how many it's been now, 20 days or something, it's just pissed it down with rain. Yeah, okay. We got a water crossing. Good God, man. Okay, let's get to hiking. Well, there is a walkway across this water source, but with all the rain, it's just totally washed out. You know what? I think I'll just turn around and go home now. Yeah. Honey, I'm coming home. Yeah. Well, maybe not. So what I'm thinking is, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not. How does this seem? What are we thinking here? Is Jasper a genius or a fool? Okay, don't answer that. We know where this conversation's going. If you can see it in the GoPro, we shimmied along the bottom rail. Yeah, we did. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. The ruggedness. Wow. Cloud, mist, rain. The river below, black. Hence, Blackwater Hostel. Oh yeah. Rugged, rugged Scottish Highlands. Yeah, they are definitely rugged. The trail behind me, oh, I'm not sure, relatively steep. We're still climbing. the trail ahead of me, but look, there is light at the end of the tunnel. We're reaching the summit slowly but surely. Oh, yeah, good morning everybody. I am so blessed. Way below, the community of Kinlochleven. Isn't that beautiful? Nestled in the valley along the Blackwater River. I'm not sure what they call the river, but I'm calling it Blackwater because everything else is called Blackwater here. Oh, in this area. Like, anyhow, isn't that just gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah. Coming up on the right, just over there, you can see the trail bend and snake around. You just start to see the tops of a very famous kind of ruin or relic of a farm home from back in the day. We're going to stop there and take a break. We've done that twice before, both on our northbound and southbound legs when we yo-yoed this trail in 2023. Yeah, so we're going to stop there. We're going to take a little break and then we'll carry on. From there, it'll be around 11.8 miles. I'm throwing that out there. 11.8 miles to Fort William, to the terminus, the northern terminus. Yeah. Then we've got 2 or 3 miles to the camp, but that's fine because then we're gonna relax. While I have the opportunity, as we're approaching our break area, I would again like to remind you, because it really is important, about our kind of buy me a coffee, send a gift program. We do need support. It would go a long way in helping our channel grow. And it is our channel. Without you guys, there would be no channel. So, if you are so inclined, if you enjoy what we're doing, you see any value in what I'm offering you, as far as information, my experience, my knowledge, you can ask me any questions anytime in regards to hiking, camping, equipment, trails, or anything else. And I gladly answer those questions, research those questions, explain the answers to you. But anyhow, again, if you'd like to do the buy me a coffee program or the send a gift, just simply e-transfer your gift to trailnamejasper@gmail.com. trailnamejasper@gmail.com. And again, would be just greatly appreciated. Anyhow, we're carrying on to our break area, which is just coming up around the next bend or so. Yeah. All I've seen this morning so far on trail is a couple of tents, wild camping, a couple of hikers, that's it. Haven't seen actually any people hiking. But at my time of starting, I usually don't. That's one of the reasons I also like to start early. It's the best time of day. On the right weather conditions, you can get some beautiful views. Also, you get the best chance of seeing wildlife until all the people get out here. And it's just a solitude I just like. So here's the relic. On the right we have a wild camper. Another wild camp spot right here. These folks are having a sleep in. Probably one single hiker having a sleep in. That's okay. Yeah, a lot of history right here, for sure. A lot of history. Okay, we're gonna take our pack off and take our break here. Let's just take a peek here and try to imagine a time that once was. Fire hearth, chimney. Look at that. Look at that. A time that once was. This was a home filled of love, hard work, family. Oh yeah. Just take a look. Amazing, isn't it? History. Beautiful history. Hikers coming down the trail. Oh yeah. Sudden, just for a moment, the sun came out just for a second and turned everything into a beautiful bright green. And then it just kind of started to go back behind the clouds. Everything grayed and darkened over again. Just one little peak of sun, one little hole in this never-ending barrier or carpet of cloud. Wow, it was amazing. It happened in just like a second. It was just like poof, like walking into a dark room and turning the light on. Just like boom. Here's an interesting little thing. The Pursuit of the Campbells, the Battle of Inverlochy. Shows you Glasgow here, Mulgai, and all the way up here to Kinlochleven, where we stayed last night, and it says you are here. You are here. I love those signs. Well, look at that. Hello. 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 Hi. Hi. What's your name? I'm Jasper, and I'm pleased to meet you. Would you like to sit on my hand? I don't have food for you, I'm afraid. Would you like to? Give it a try. Well, I don't have any food for you. I got nothing. I got nothing to give you. Anyhow, quite interesting. Friendly little bird. Reminds me of on the Appalachian Trail when the gray jays come. They just land right on your head, on your shoulder. These are wild birds. It's in New Hampshire. And they sit on your hand and they'll eat right out of your hand if you have something. I had a granola bar, so I used that. And they did. They enjoyed it. Very friendly. Also, the black-capped chickadee on the Ganaraska Trail. The tiny marsh. Yeah, you know that. You remember. You were there with me, right? I hope you were. We fed them many times. Okay. Probably around 8.5 miles or so to go to Fort William. Right here was a registration box. Oh, it's still here, look. Where are you from, country? Canada. How many people? One male. Ooh, I'm up there. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We filled it in. And I think there was a slot. Yeah, there it is. So you fold this up. Oh. Well, they want a lot of information, and I'm not taking the time to do it. But here, we're right there. Wow. Here, Glen Nevis, the youth hostel, and then the campsite, that's where we're staying. Right there. Okay. Gonna take a short break here. Yeah. A short break and carry on. Look how bright it's becoming. Here, ahead of us, with half or more, 2/3, 3/4 of the mountain in the clouds. Ben Nevis, the United Kingdom's highest mountain. Oh yeah, my goodness. That's Ben Nevis right there. I had this really weird, I know we talked about it a little bit before I came, about a summiting attempt. And I had this weird thought, instead of taking a 0, have a go at summiting Ben Nevis tomorrow. And then, that'd be Wednesday, and then Thursday starting the Great Glen Way. But I just don't think my new hip would be appreciative. I really don't. Okay, I just wanted to show you Ben Nevis. We are starting the descent. The descent into Fort William. We have 4.6 miles to go to the northern terminus of the West Highland Way. 4.6 miles. Just behind me, I guess I should have shown this on camera, but as you're descending, you come to a sharp right. There's a sign there that says Fort William to the left and the youth hostel to the right. And you can follow a blues blaze down. I don't know how far it is, maybe a mile. I don't know. And you come to the hostel, and then next to that, you make a left turn basically, and then you come to the Glen Nevis campground. And I thought, you know what, I'll go do that now, because then I could just continue down the little road which connects to the trail down here and carry on into Fort William. And I thought I could get my spot and, you know, maybe put my tent up or whatever, and then, as I say, go to Fort William to the terminus. Then I thought to myself, no, I'm just going to keep going to Fort William now, to the northern terminus of the West Highland Way, and officially we'll put this puppy to bed there. And like I said earlier, we'll have a coffee and maybe a sandwich, and then we'll walk back the 2 or 3 miles along the little B road to the campground and register. I'd already called them a few days ago. They said, you're okay, just come on in, you don't have to register. We always have space for the hikers. So that's fine. That's fine. Well, a little side trip to the Ben Nevis Visitor Center. We've been in here before. Let's go in again. Ooh. Wow, photography. Caps, t-shirts, of course, the West Highland Way. Ben Nevis, I climb Ben Nevis. Pops. Ice creams. More ice creams, lots of ice creams. Wow. And gifts. Ooh. Interesting. Or what? Wow. Okay. Okay. So, of course, the visitor center has coffee, and I could not resist. So, oh, my phone's ringing. Excuse me. Oh yeah, and before the phone rang, when we just sat down to have our coffee, so that was Joanne calling me. So in the Ben Nevis Welcome Center or Visitor Center, I was speaking to one of the guides about Ben Nevis, and I asked him, I said, is today a good day for Ben Nevis or not? And he said, well, it's shaping up to be. He said it's better than yesterday. That's for sure. Well, pretty much anything would have been better than yesterday. And I asked him, I said, there probably wouldn't be snow up there now, is there? He said, oh, he said for about the last kilometer of the climb to the summit, you're looking at 2 to 6 inches of snow. So that's June the 17th. So that tells me that you probably need at least micro spikes. You don't want your footing to be slip sliding away, you know, on that last kilometer of the hike up Ben Nevis. So micro spikes for sure, which we don't have. Funnily enough, I didn't see them for sale at the visitor center either. I would have thought that would have been something that would have been a sale item for them. Yeah. What do I know? I'm from out of town anyhow. One thing I seem quite happy with is the afternoon is shaping up to be pleasant. Now, there's a lot of heavy gray clouds around me, masses of them, and it could rain at any moment. And not more than an hour ago it was trying to rain, but it's also brightening. I think we have the beginning of our clearing trend. That's going to lead us into a few days of nice weather, hopefully enough to finish the Great Glen Way. That would be just so wonderful. Like right now, for instance, is perfect. Some sunshine, few clouds. It's perfect for hiking. So once I get to the campground, I'm thinking 4:30ish, I will be able to completely dry out my tent. Been having a couple of issues. I think stretching. That's a problem with a silicone impregnated nylon tent. When they get wet, and it's been wet for 3 weeks pretty much, they stretch, whereas the silicone impregnated poly does not. Polyester does not. And like the Durston is polyester, it does not stretch when wet. Makes a difference. I have to rethink some of my stuff. And again, it depends a lot on what trail you're hiking. This one being a very wet trail, it makes a significant difference. Good day, guys. So anyhow, those things to think about. Hiking in Ontario is the silicone impregnated nylon is fine, because when it rains, it might rain for a day or two. It doesn't rain every day for like a month, like here. Things that go through my mind. Planning. I'm happy with my big Agnes Tiger Wall. It's protected me very, very well through a lot of wind and a lot of rain. Here's a bed and breakfast right here. Beautiful property, manicured lot, green grass, self-catering apartments, no vacancy. No vacancy. And everyone I've seen so far has been no vacancy. And I've seen lots, but they're all full to capacity. Some just have 2 or 3 rooms, some have 10 or 12 rooms. The mountain Ben Nevis and the trail, the West Highland Way, huge economy for this community of Fort William, huge economy. Huge influx of money, people, tourism. Wow. Yeah. Here's another one. No vacancy. Yeah. Head on the left, you see a blue and a green sign with a hiker at the bottom and so on. This is one of the two official ends or northern terminuses of the West Highland Way. It says the official end of the West Highland Way. And we're here, and we've done it, and we've made it. It says, come inside to purchase your certificate. Well, we don't need a certificate. We know what we've done. And so do you, because you've done it with us. However, we're going to continue, because we want to go to the statue finish. Yes, we do. Oh, it's okay, miss. I'm going to come behind you. Rather stop or go. Make up your mind. It pisses me off when people are thinking they'll let you go, but they keep moving. We have no idea what they're going to do if they keep moving. Anyhow, what do I know? I just saw a sign that says a breakfast for $7, or £7. Maybe tomorrow. I could tomorrow do that. I have to come into town. But anyhow, we're going to the seated statue. Okay, so this right here is the official end. And there's some young lady hikers hiking. Finished theirs. But this is the official end of the West Highland Way. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, thank you. So we have finished. We have made it. Let's. Oh yeah. Feels good. You girls don't have to move. It's okay. Please be seated. You're fine. Well, there it is. There it is. The official finish of the West Highland Way. 6 days, and you know what? It's been amazing. But now we're going to get ready for the next one. And the next one is the Great Glen Way. You know what, guys? Let's go.